I don't know how to. Oh my god, I don't know how to start this video. Normally I have like some sort of lead in or something like that, but the chaos mode is officially here. It is a game humidifier. It's a game mode. It's a game mode. Okay, the game mode is everybody who is in the game mode has completely randomized perks. We played roughly 3 hours of it. I did all of the archives in it. I played multitude of killers. And I will tell you right now, this is the most fun I have had in Dead by Daylight since I started playing the game. The fact, I'm just going to hop into it, man. The fact that every single person is on an equal playing field. You don't know what you're going to get. You could high roll, you could low roll, you don't know what you're going to get. You have no idea what the other person has. You got to figure it out. And then when you load in, you got to look at your build and you got to go, how the shit am I going to get? How am I going to get value from this? This is such a fun way to play the game. And I absolutely love it from start to finish. So what do I love about it? I guess I should say. Maybe I should talk about like the one thing I don't like about it, which is the fact that there's a bug right now that can take away from, that can like make you have 0 perks. I ran into a Vittorio earlier that tonight that had that, and that's just unfortunate. But that is like the only thing right now. They get that bug sorted out. I'm gonna tell you guys, if this was a permanent mode, I would only play this mode. I would literally only play this mode. The only way I would not play this mode is if I had an archive that specifically wanted me to use a specific perk. That is the only way I would not play this mode. I love this mode. It's so fun. It's so interesting. It's so engaging. Top to bottom, I loved it. Like I said in the beginning, one of the things that I love about the chaos mode so much is that you're all on an equal playing field. You have no idea, nobody is allowed to sit there and forcibly pick meta perks. You have no chance of running into 4 DS Unbreakable, Dead Hard, Deliverances. 4 Deliverances is kind of crap, but you get what I'm saying, right? You have no chance. You're not going to run into fucking 3 BNP toolboxes with hyper-focus stakeout. You're not going to run into fucking quad slowdown. Like, the chances of you running into these kinds of things is basically negative. Like, it's sure, it's not 0, but it's very, very low. And if one person on the team does get these, that's just 1, right? You only have to deal with 1. It's so fun. The gens don't fly as fast. As killer, I feel like I get to actually like play the game. Like, that's one of the things that pisses me off in the core mode is I don't feel like I get to actually play the game. I've had people like yell at me and be like, well, you just shouldn't care about winning. It's not necessarily about winning. It's about being able to feel like I can play the fucking game, right? It's not fun to have a game end in 6 minutes because of gen rushing. Very similar to the fact that it's not fun for a game to end in 5 minutes because the nurse infectious fright 4-man bled everybody out, right? It's not a fun time. And so the limiter on perks, the fact that the perks are random, completely changes the dynamic of how the game is played. You're no longer going to be getting cucked by 3 fucking distortions out of your aura reading build. You might not even have an aura reading build. That's the beauty of it. And sometimes, yeah, it could be a little bit frustrating. Like, I was playing Trapper. I decided to try Trapper out, and I got one of the worst fucking builds for Trapper. It was absolutely terrible. And I was also on Temple of Purgation, which is just a bad map for Trapper. And then this one Rebecca had like a 6th sense for my trap. I think she was following me around, but she would just, all my traps were getting disabled left and right. It was really, really ridiculous. You know, so I'm not saying that you're just always going to have good games, right? I'm not saying you're always going to have amazing games. I'm not saying it's always going to be the best of the best of the best. What I am saying, though, is that I have never in my fucking life had this much fun in Dead by Daylight. I've had fun in Dead by Daylight. I've had great days. I've had really fun times. This is the most fun I've ever had in Dead by Daylight. I love this mode. I wish it was permanent. I would play it every single day. I would be a chaos mode main. It's just such a good fucking time, and I absolutely adore it. Now, I have heard some complaints here and there, and I want to address those as well. Some people have said they wish that it randomized the killer. Nobody would ever play killer. No one would ever play killer if it randomized the killer. If you want to randomize the killer, bring up a Google wheel, I guess. Other people have said, oh, well, if you want to play this mode all the time, just use a perk randomizer. The point isn't that I get randomized perks. The point is that everybody gets randomized perks. I want everybody to have randomized perks. So that, you know, that's how the way I view it. I've also had some people say that they're not really a fan of how many bad builds show up, or the fact that you could get like no mither or something like that. It's like, that's kind of the point. Like that trapper build I got, or not trapper build, I got a blight game where I had fucking whispers on Gideon's meat plant. What the fuck am I gonna do with whispers on Gideon's meat plant, you know? It's just one of those things where like you have to expect the bad builds, but that's part of the fun. Part of the fun is that you can. I got Territorial Imperative on Huntress, on Gashaven. Territorial Imperative. Like you're not always going to be good at getting good perks, but that's part of the fun, because your opponent could also not be getting good perks, and it just feels more organic, it feels more fun, it feels more interesting, and I'm hoping that Behavior considers making this a permanent game mode. I have gone on record as saying that I don't like alternate game modes for Dead by Daylight. I don't like the idea. I don't think they're going to solve the problems people think they're going to solve, but this might change my mind. This might change my mind. This is legitimately some of the most fun I've ever had in Dead by Daylight, and I just, please, Behavior, if you are out there and you're like, let's see what people are thinking of chaos modes, and you watch this, please find a way to make this permanent. I don't give a shit if you come up with some sort of like randomized list, like every day a new game modifier is available, right? Like one day it's Lights Out, then it's going to be the 2v8, then it's My Little Oni, then it's, you know, this. I don't care if that's the way you want to do it. I will play this mode every single time it shows up without fail. So, that's all for today. Let me know what you guys think. If you've played the mode already, tell me your thoughts down below. If you haven't played the mode already, go give it a try. It's fucking worth it, I promise you. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. Oh, and one more thing. We are only 55 subscribers away from 5K, so let's get us there. We got this. We're almost there. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.
Did you like the background footage and want to see more? Then head on over to my second channel, The Kaiser VODs, where you can see full gameplay, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also have a new short that goes up every single day along with the full games. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.